what really sets the program apart from other programs is the things that cut across all the IB courses. So in every IB course, students work in teams every day in class. In every IB course, they work on oral presenting skills. In every IB course, they work on cases, activities, projects, which require them to do critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills. In every IB course, they have to evaluate their peers in their teams. So they have to have those difficult conversations about giving feedback that is sometimes negative. So those are things that are not often practiced in college. Those are things that you have to pick up in the workplace typically. But not only do our students practice those, but they are evaluated on every one of those things in all IB courses.
The biggest benefit, I believe, from the IB program that's available is working with teams. Every time I walk into class, I get to meet my team. We all know each other, we're all friendly, and we all know that we got each other's back to complete each project we're assigned. I've developed so many skills. Leadership is the biggest one that I'm proud to have learned. I've never been in so many positions where I need to look at my group and say, okay, I'm going to take initiative. I need to designate who's going to do what and when everyone's going to get it done by. Another skill that I've gained is communication. I've done so many communication methods via email, social media, group chats, and always keeping the communication rolling because it's really important that everyone knows that they're on the same page.
Students who are on the fence when it comes to becoming an IB major need to think about the very broad range of opportunities that the integrated business major will actually give them. So instead of actually coming up with a commitment right now that you will stick to for the rest of your life, we give you an opportunity to think about the different options that exist in the business world. So you're going to learn about so many different functions, so many different organizational functions, and different skills that will actually help you succeed. And then you'll be able to choose from all of these different things that you were exposed to and find the thing that you are most passionate about and also the thing that you are good at. So based on these things that you will get from the program, you will be able to make better choices about your career. So think of the integrated business program as an opportunity to sample so many different majors and then make the decision later.
I came in thinking that I wanted to do marketing like I mentioned before, but then I took a project management class with Professor Boz. And it's been eye-opening because it opened a new career field to me that I had no idea about. And being in her class, I've learned a lot about project management, whether it's creating the work breakdown structure or the network diagram or a Gantt chart. They're all activities that you do with your team or your group who's in charge of the project. And I've actually really enjoyed the class, and I'm now considering a career as a project manager when I graduate college. You finish this major with a lot of friends and a lot of classmates that you personally know. When somebody's graduating across the stage with their bachelor's degree, they might not know the major, they might not know who the person sitting next to them is. In the IB program, I can truly say I know a good amount of the people in this program, and I know it'll just grow even more within the next year or so while I'm still studying, because I'm going to just meet more people and be assigned into more groups, and that's something I'm very thankful for to the integrated business department.
If a student is trying to consider an integrated business major, I would recommend that they look forward to working a lot, especially with people in a group setting. You have to be extremely flexible and ready to work with others, and also just be ready to be on your toes and just present yourself every single day in class. I think our IB professors are honestly some of the best in the whole business program. They are really passionate and dedicate a lot of their time and are always willing to work with students in and outside of a classroom setting. So integrated business, it's kind of says it in its title. It really just focuses on the key aspects of the whole business spectrum. So we learn a little bit about HR, a little bit about project management, a little bit about economics, and it just allows you to be the ultimate business person while sharpening your own skills, like being able to communicate properly and knowing how to give those huge presentations in a very large business setting.
So when asked what differentiates the integrated business major from all of the other majors in the College of Business, I wanted to demonstrate that using a simple card trick. So traditionally, we look at the College of Business in terms of specialized degrees. You have the Department of Marketing, you have the Department of Finance, the Department of Management, the Department of Accounting, etc. And we set out to take this functional model that has been the model for a very long time. And we essentially have combined the best elements of each of those departments, and we have flipped the classroom in that when students come to integrated business, they will not be lectured to. There are no textbooks. There's no death by PowerPoint. It's an immersive, hands-on, active learning experience. And so we talked to employers. We said, what would you like to see in the College of Business graduate? And then we talked to other stakeholders like our advisory board members. And then we talked to the Central Florida market to ask them the same question. What skill set would you like to see in integrated business? We talked to alumni who graduated from the program that said, man, I wish there was a program that prepared students to do this or that. And what we end up with is essentially a program that isn't designed to train specialists, that is, students who eat, sleep, and breathe marketing, finance, or management, but instead prepare students to become multidisciplinarians. So they have the knowledge of each of the functional departments, but they are exposed to that knowledge in a very applied way. When students come to class, they are engaging with the content. They're not just sitting passively, memorizing, regurgitating, and forgetting. That's what differentiates our program and our major and the way we prepare our students versus traditional majors. We know that the U.S. Census suggests that millennials will change their job titles and/or career 6 to 8 times. So the academic question for us became, what foundation would best serve our students, knowing that as they progress throughout their professional career, they're going to be applying for job titles that don't exist today. In fact, job titles that didn't even exist 5 years ago. What set of training, what set of skills will help prepare them for what is becoming a tumultuous job environment? And that's this idea of training students to be essentially, I don't know, let's say this card right here, a jack of all trades. Now the phrase goes that, you know, a jack is of all trades, but a master of none. But oftentimes, that's better than a master of one.